mother. I see she.
Yo, Alex, go.
Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them, 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 walk on them. Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some are shown over board, some are show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Great mother, we call on you. Inyana, we call on you. Your children crying, creeping, moving. Great mother, we call on you. When we pour this life vision, we do it for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 walk on them. Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them.
Wale wa egungun iba o wale o. destruction, horrors, wolewa. When they try to oppress me, humiliate and stop me, wolewa. I pour libation and send my supplication into the spirit realm. Wolewa, wolewa, egungun, wolewa, ancestors, wolewa, egungun, wolewa. On their shoulders I'm standing strong. Never will they let me down, wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience I'll rise again, wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestors, rituals or something. Hear us. Come to our aid. Hear me.
Aboye Aboshishe to all the loyal listeners of the IFA Orisha way of life. Yours truly, Maji Obaje Ubaluaye, Trinidad and Tobago, Alatumishe Ifa Bamishe, and Oloye Shaka, my co-host, my brother, my friend, you know. Give thanks to Olodumare for having us here. So, brother, Iba.
We give thanks.
Ashe?
You know, in fact, a Calais to the loyal listeners of the Ifa Risha way of life on the Street 919. As Ifa tells us in Ogbe, in Okara, Onwari, that Olodumare is the universal spirit guiding this world. And before we do anything, it's custom that we pay homage. So for those who may be listening for the first time,
Benny.
we would say words that is Yoruba, we would say words that is in English. So words like Ashe, it's our word of command, our word of power that simply translates into may it be so.
Benny.
Words like Iba, I give homage. Words like Ibashe, may it be so. Olodumare, the owner, the creator of the universe.
Benny.
Ashe?
Ashe.
So we say Iba Olodumare.
Ibashe.
Iba Ori, our inner consciousness.
Ibashe.
Our compass of our
Ibashe.
destiny.
Ibashe.
We say Iba, Baba, Iba Yeye,
Ashe.
which is homage to our mothers and homage to our fathers.
Ashe.
We say Iba to our ancestors whose shoulders we stand upon.
Benny.
We say homage to Barami Agboneregun, Orunmela Eleri Pui, Ibikeji Oludumare.
Ibashe.
We say homage to Akoda, homage to Asheda, the first students of Orunmela. We pay homage to Yeye Oshun, Ore Yeye, Omio, Otao, Edao, Erio, Agbao, Mokre, Fu Oshun. We pay homage to Baba Yeshu. We pay homage to Ogun Lakaye Oshimole. We pay homage to Kabiyesi Shango. We pay homage to Ogun Lakaye. We pay homage to Bogbo Orisha, all the Orisha. We pay homage to our Egbe Aye. We pay homage to our Egbe Orun. Muso, Muso, Muso.
Muso, Muso, Egbe.
We give praise and thanks as we start this edition of the Ifa Orisha Way of Life. And as we go forward, from our mouth, the mouth of ours, all we can say is thanks to our divine for keeping us over the past few days and weeks, keeping us here.
Sure.
And all we want is a better Trinidad and Tobago.
Benny.
And whatever we do, may it be greeted by the support of the Irumole.
Ashe.
May the Irumole continue to guide our steps
Ashe.
as we traverse in this country at this point in time. On the heels of how much murders, all we are asking for is that coverage, is that spiritual coverage. We are asking that the positive energies visit the homes of our people and touch them in a special way so that evil actions will be wiped away from, person's thoughts that is harming our society. I want to wake up, in fact, we want to wake up tomorrow as a people and not hear about any murders.
Benny.
We want to wake up tomorrow and not hear about any home invasions.
Benny.
We want to wake up tomorrow and not hear about someone who was beaten, unjustly. All we want is a better Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
That's all we want.
That's so true.
We want, to know that our loved ones are not under siege in their homes. All we want is a better Trinidad and Tobago. And we call upon the positive energies of the East, the West, the North, and the South
Ashe.
to bring this balance back to our nation. Aburu, Aboye, Aboshisheo.
Well said. Well said. Well said. Oloy Shaka. So remember, we're streaming live on the Street 919 FM. We're also streaming live on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. We're also streaming live on the YouTube on IWER TV. So, they got to pay some bills of the sponsors here of the Street 919 FM of the Ifa Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shagwana Store number 26 and 27. Contact us for us at 868-672-8438, 868-320-8866 for all your authentic African products. The Nubian Experience, high quality African and African inspired clothing for today's kings and queens. We ship internationally. Contact numbers 688-1979 or email the Nubian Experience at gmail.com. Executive Exotic Vet Services by Dr. Nigel Loha, DVM Veterinary Surgeon, 103 West Drive, Chamflair. Available for house calls. Telephone contact number 3729121 or email nigelloa@hotmail.com. Also F1 Chemi Spiritual Creations, palm oil, black soap, Orogbo, Obi, shea butter, animals, Orisha pots, Ekins, LKs, waist beads. Contact 363-1601. F1 Chemi _spiritual_creations, Instagram Same as the above, TikTok, Creations. Mother Mercedes and her group, Bella Bella, Carol, Lady Mac, Simeon Leon, Joko Tifan, all other members. Also, hey Queens, we are thrilled to announce the Aqua Bijou, your go-to destination for stunning waist beads handmade in Ghana, West Africa, is taking orders. WhatsApp contact 1917024572. Also, those of you who would like to sponsor the IFA Orisha Way of Life or give donations, it is not coming to myself or Oloye, it goes to the Street 919 FM account, because we have to pay for this program. It is not free, you know, and we pledge and we ask of the people of the Isheshe community to, you know, sponsor and donate. The account is Chini Bashment Limited, FCB account number 1999010, you know, so you can furnish it. I'm going to put it up and I'm going to let you guys know. Also, House of San Coach from Tuesday to Friday from 7:30 to 3 p.m. delivering through and out of Port of Spain and environs. Food court in Central Market. They have chicken foot soup, smoked bone, veggie, corn, cowheel, oxtail. You can contact them at 472-8949. Also, the Shrine of the Seven Wonders of Africa, Grenada's IFA Festival. Date the 5th to the 7th of July. Location Clarenceville Villa, Current St. David. Events, live band music, cultural activities, free food. Email ifafestivalgrenada@gmail.com. Contact number 147345633839. Or you can contact Efun Kemi Dana Wellington at 3699101 for more info. Wassa Foley presents Ben Cody, July the 13th, City Hall, Port of Spain, bringing people together. Tickets cost only $200. So I'd like to shout out some of the people on the live. I've got Jillian, you know, she says Abora Boya Boshishe. Atiba Swamba all the way from the Table and Shrine, you know.
Kale Baba.
Yeah, you know, also Gillian Brown, Apollonia Logan, Exodus Williams, you know, Allison, she's locked on. Listra Granger, she's locked on. Iya Irelu Awo, she's also locked on. Emily Ferguson is also locked on. Princess Angia, Baba Francis Johnson is locked on. Antana Lane locked on. Efun Kemi, she's also locked on. Right, so Oloye, we are going to look at the Uduifa for the year 2024-2025.
From Oke Itashe, Ile Ife, Osun State, Nigeria.
Otura Ogbe, also known as Otura Oriko, Otura Orilania, Otura Orire, Otura Okondeyo, Otura Ilije, Eriwoya. In the name of Olodumare, Old Million, All Orisha, we greet everybody throughout the globe. We also extend the greetings of His Eminence, Owalobi Awoduton, Aworeni, Daraba Olu Isheshe Agbaye, the permanent chairman of the Council of Araba Olowo, the pillar of International Council for Ifa Religion, the ICIR, to you all in this season of the World Ifa Festival. With the combined efforts of the Board of Ethics and Scripture and the Council of Elders of the ICIR, we the members of Publication Committee of the Oki Itase 2024-2025 Organizing Committee set up by the International Council for Ifa Religion are hereby presenting verses of the Ifa of the year recited in inspiration by the priest on the mat in the early hours of Sunday, the 2nd of June, 2024, which stands as the first day of the year in the Ifa calendar system. The Udu Ifa that came out for this year is Otura Ogbe, Otura on the right, Ogbe on the left. The Udu came with Ibi Arun, disease, sickness, and to cure or prevent this, Ebo is recommended. Ifa priests from Nigeria, Republic of Benin, Republic of Togo, Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago, Mexico, United States of America, Venezuela, Cuba, Argentina, Panama, Britain, Switzerland, Ghana, and Sweden made their contributions. The verses of Otura Ogbe recited with their narratives are as follow. Oloe?
For those who would be listening for the first time, there is the International Council for Ifa Religion, and that is the body that I would like to say governs, you know, the way of life that gives us information. We have our priests from Nigeria, our elders there. They would often have connections here. So whatever is done there, it's done on behalf of the entire globe. Because the messages that would come for this particular Udu Ifa is relevant to all of us. So even though this Udu was cast in Nigeria, there is something in there for all of us.
It's universal.
It's universal. So don't look too far and think that, hey, this thing doesn't apply to my own existence. Even though this came on the 2nd of June, it is a projection of what would happen for the year. So it came with Ibi Aaron. It tells us that we have to be careful. We have to look out for sickness. And this was the same thing that happened some years ago when Ifa had told us that people, look out, there's a sickness coming, a particular plague. So Ifa is warning us again. Look out. Take care of yourselves. Do the prescribed sacrifices, the prescribed, you know, whatever is prescribed here, we must do our endeavor, not just to cover ourselves, but to cover our homes and our community by extension. Because Ifa knows yesterday, Ifa knows tomorrow, today, and Ifa knows tomorrow. So that, for Michelle, let's go. It's looking juicy so far. Let's go.
Yeah. So the first one is prosperity. Ifa said, our life will be sweet. Ebo is needed for likeness and love. We should make Ebo with banana, honey, and guinea fowl. Ifa said, we should appease Ifa with honey and banana. On this, Ifa says, I woke up and greet the elephant that has a big stomach. The elephant says, I should stop greeting him with his big stomach. I woke up and greet the buffalo that has a big stomach. The buffalo says, I should stop greeting him with his big stomach. I woke up and greet the deer that has a big stomach. The deer says, I should stop greeting him with his big stomach. Cast Ifa for Orunmilia, when enemies said his life will not be sweet. Ifa said, my life will be sweeter than honey. Banana has neither oil nor salt, but it is still sweet. My life will be sweeter than honey. Uloe?
And again, Ifa is projecting to us here that prosperity awaits all of us.
Benny.
Ifa is telling us that there is growth, development, financial success for us in this 2024. And especially that this year is a leap year. There is prosperity for all of us.
Benny, yes,
but it doesn't mean that you will sit down and say, well, oh God, if I say that there's prosperity and wait in your house for manna to fall on your lap, it means you have to get out there and get. get out there and try and look for it in the positive way. You understand? Because what wealth is, what prosperity is, prosperity flows from one source to the other. It is never stagnant. You might have today, but if you don't take care of it, it will leave you tomorrow. So that is how you treat with wealth, you treat with prosperity. You're making investments to always have. You might have a lump sum today, and tomorrow is like something else. So when IFA says that this year would be a prosperous year for us, it tells us we have to get up and get. Work hard, look for it, because there's abundance out there for all of us.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You might have something today, but don't sit and say, well, I reach. Get up and get.
So true.
Ashe.
Ashe. We should appease Ifa with African star apple for prosperity. After the appeasement, we should partake in the eating of that fruit. Ifa says there is need to eat a lot of fruits, especially African star apple in Yoruba, for its health benefits and wealth. On this, Ifa says, which udu do you cast that make you waving the Iroki beautiful like this? Which udu do you cast that make you waving the Irikere beautifully like this? Which udu do you cast that make you waving the Igbo beautifully like this? They responded, it is Otura Oriko. Ifa said, what sacrifice have you made? They responded, it is 2 rats. Ifa said that it is not the Ebo for Otura Oriko. Ifa said it is Osan that should be used as item of sacrifice for Otura Oriko. Wherever we can take Osan, life will be better for people. Oloy?
And that's it. Sometimes we might hear about this type of thing. Ifa says, offer star apple. It's total one's Ifa. And we might be here saying that, okay, we do have African star apple here.
Have a better next day.
Right? But it is always good for us as well to know what else could be used. Because if we don't have it here, all we could do is support those across there to do the ebo on our behalf. Or, yeah, or even find out if there is something else that could be used. Because the star apple is a fruit. And if I say offer the star apple so that things will be sweet for us. You understand?
Yeah.
So
It also says eat plenty fruits.
yes.
Yeah.
So that things will be good for us. You know? Ashe.
Ashe. Those who are indebted should make ebo. A lot of people are being depressed because of economic hardship. Ifa says our sorrow will disappear. We are dealing here with prosperity, right? 2024, 2025. People have suffered a lot and they will laugh this year. Ifa is advising people against thinking of committing suicide because of financial difficulties. Ifa says people whose children are living with outsiders because of finance should find a way of bringing home their children. New child in every home will usher in fortunes.
A new child in every home.
On this, Ifa says, Orire cast Ifa for Orunmilia. When longing for children, he gave birth to Ale. He gave birth to Ale. He gave birth to Arun Osun Peri. Alele, do not hang yourself. Alele, do not hang yourself. Arun Osun Peri, do not hang yourself. The sorrow has turned to joy. Oloy.
What that Ifa has brought 34 is something that plenty people
It's happening. It's
has been dealing with since the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have lost their business.
Many.
A lot of people have lost, their way and means to generate money. And a lot of things have slowed down. And it had really left a lot of people depressed and feeling downpressed. So IFA is telling us that a new horizon is here. A new dawn is here. That we are coming out of that period of darkness when our finances was tied down. IFA is telling us that this year things will be better for us.
Yes.
Things would open up. Yeah? Things would open up. We had been through a period. We had been through periods of stagnation, but things would start to flow. But again, when we say IFA says, for those who may be listening for the first time, it is simply the voice of Olodumare, the voice of the Creator that has been forecasted, that is telling us that things would get better for all of us. Those who have been trying, those who have been working and feeling as though nothing is working and they are better off dead. If I say do not think about committing suicide just because you don't have. Don't think that suicide is the best way out. If I say is to us here, hang on, hold on, keep working. As we would say in local parlance here, keep jamming. You understand? Go forward. Yeah? Go forward. And I would even say too, once our Ori is in an order, let us move forward. Let us move forward. Despite how hard things may have been over the past so much years, it doesn't say that our life is ending. Yeah. Not at all. We are still here. We are still here. Our ancestors went through worse. You understand? And they did not give up. And hence why we are here, and we and all cannot give up. We have to keep moving forward. If I say as well to that children would usher in blessings in one's home. If I telling us too, let us not see having children as a burden. Many people in this here time would be seeing children as having a burden. And I would even say it as well too. It's not that you are to go out there and have children randomly, with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Just do the needful checks, observe, and move forward. If I is saying that children would bring blessings to one's homes.
Really?
It's not my words, So I don't know are you looking to kill the messenger. If I is saying that bring children, and those children would come with blessings to bless one's homes. Because you don't know if your child would be the next central bank governor. You don't know if your child would be the next prime minister. You don't know if your child would be the next farmer. You don't even know if your child would be a big business magnate. You don't even know. So when Olodumare is sending help, sending people, don't look at it as a burden. Yeah? You don't know who the next person is. So don't consider, a child a burden. And as we said again, And I'm reiterating the point again. It's not that we are saying to go run out there and be wild. Be wise, right? And make your
right choices.
make the right choices. You understand? Because look at our society. It's crippled by the loss of how much men on a daily basis. Young men in their prime, snuffed out. Yeah? We don't know. So, we don't know whom Olodumare is sending next to bring balance to our society. Because with every life, a life is coming here to change the condition of this earth into a better one. Abu Raboyo.
So we are going to we're gonna pay some bills and come right back from the sponsors. I know it's all about the IFA Orisha way of life on the Street 919 FM.
Street 919 FM. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Have you heard about Dr. Gillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health Food Stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Gillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Gillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
Have you heard about Dr. Gillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
Hey, yo, we're good.
Conversation nice.
Conversation real nice. So we continue on prosperity. There is need to appease our Ori.
Sure.
Ifa says it is one's Ori that makes one wealthy. People in a position of authority should not be envied. We should understand the concept of destiny and agree it with the fact that people get to where they are destined. We cannot all be leaders or rulers at the same time. One only needs to pray to one's Ori for actualization of one's destiny. On this, Ifa says, wow. Yeah, so we continue. Sonsoro, the Ifa priest of the swampy area, cast Ifa for the lucky person who will have many people under him. Here comes Sonsoro, the Ifa priest in the swampy area. Don't you know it is one with good head that people serve? Here comes Sonsoro, the Ifa priest in the swampy area. I am the luck person who has many followers.
Alatumishe, the concept of Ori, because the concept of destiny, it goes hand in hand. As Ifa tells us in other Udu, that many of us, in fact all of us, chose our roles in the spiritual realm before descending on the physical planes. So whomever you are placed, or whomever you are elevated to, that is the pact you had predestined in our room before coming to IE. So we have to understand that that is where respect comes in. Sometimes even in our society, we might look at some and say, well, boy, why you have to be the leader of this, or why she has to become the leader of that? It is not that person put themselves there. It is their destiny to do such a thing.
Although, yeah, just like shout out that Prince Bamidele Bajawa,
yes,
he has just joined the
Baba.
Farisha Way of Life program.
You know, so it's just giving respect to where respect is due. Because our tradition is seated on the principle of fulfillment of one's destiny. So even when Ifa is telling us here that we should understand and respect those in authority, it means that in our society, this is a problem. So when we have persons whom are functioning within their capacity, within their role and function, let us support them. Let us not envy them, because they themselves did not put themselves in that position. They had been supported by their Ori, they have been supported by Uludumare, they have been supported by their ancestors, they have been supported by their Egbe to place them in that position. And if I say to that, all of us cannot be rulers and leaders at the same time. Everybody will have their time. Everybody will have their time. That is how it goes. Yeah? When old palm frond goes up, other palm fronds come up. And when the old palm frond fall, the younger ones will come up. That is succession in life. And we cannot run from that. That is life. Where there is sunrise, the sun has its time, and the sunset has its time. The moon has its time to shine all night. In the daytime, the sun has its time. Everything is a timing. So we must be humble enough within ourselves and be truthful within ourselves, not to go down a road of seeking to impede the progress of other people when they get their elevation. It is not good. It is not good. We have to control, sometimes, that selfish part of us. We have to control it and become the best version of ourselves and give that support. Because you might try to impede a man's progress today. When you get your time to be promoted on the big stage, what goes around comes around.
So true.
You would want people to support you, but when you was behind the scenes pelting stones at other people, that would be a same fate. And as we know, that is how things goes. as Otura Meiji says, you do good, good will follow you. You do bad, that will be your portion. Let us do good, so good will be our portion in this life. Abu Raboyo.
Ogwato. Prince Bamiyele says about Raboye, Orisha is taking care of the world. Isheshe like Batum. You know, so we continue. Ifa said, people should appease Igungun, our ancestors. In the shrines of Igungun, we should put light there for 7 days. Also, we should not keep our shrines in darkness this year. We should make sure there is light in the shrines at night. On this, Ifa says, Elephant, I greet you with your beautiful skin. Bush pig, I greet you with your beautiful skin. Cast Ifa for the Father who illuminates. Who would illuminate the compound to use in fortunes? We have installed light of wealth. We have installed light of wealth, and we do not die. We have installed light of wealth. Oloe?
But Ifa is telling us as our people to keep lights in our shrines. It also tells us we need to be much more prayerful for this year. When you put a light, you have to pay attention to that light. So it means that for this year as well, we have to be off or in prayer on a daily basis and not let that light out. Let us keep going to the shrines of or in prayers and become much more spiritual this year. And as we become much more spiritual in our dealings, let us seek to learn more. So, I mean, everything is ever changing. As we have a phone, our phone constantly needs updating. Let us update our knowledge base. You know, let us learn more. Let us pray more, so it could help us to do more as a people. Yeah? Let us increase what we think we know, you know, and go to our shrines more. Ashe.
Ashe. Prince Bamiyele says here, Ifa said, Ori is our salvation. Knowing Ori will help us prosper, and a prosper person gets all the support of the world. So we continue. We on prosperity, right? Udu Ifa for 2024-2025. That was cast on June the 2nd. Ifa said, after difficulties comes comfort. After strife, people will be successful in their chosen careers. Ebo should be made with 4 pigeons, honey, gin, and money. On this, Ifa says, the aftermath will be pleasant. Ifa's divination from Iwuru, the bitter leaf, when it was experiencing sorrow. What does the aftermath look like for the bitter leaf? Sweetness. That is the aftermath of the bitter leaf.
And that is the thing, Alat Umishe. Just on that as well. We fight up. We struggle. We kept pushing on. What is there at the end of that road? We did not depart from what we are spiritually instructed to do. In the end is what? It is sweetness. We did not depart as a people, you understand? We kept holding to our faith. We kept holding on to our way of life. Then what is it after? Sweetness. Bitter leaf itself is something, at first, it tastes unpleasant. But the benefits of it is very sweet on one's life. Yeah? As Ifa says, how could one enjoy the sweetness of wealth if one does not know what bitterness is? Yeah?
Yeah.
How you could enjoy sweetness every single day? Well, then life becomes monotonous. But you must taste a little bitterness to enjoy and appreciate what you have.
Yes.
Ashayo?
Ashe. We come to victory now. To overcome external attackers, our leaders should make Ebo with a he-goat, head of a leopard, male erinla, traditional cow, male horse, broom. With the Ebo, Ifa has promised us victory over any person or group of persons attacking or planning to invade our land. On this, Ifa says, when they were amidst enemies, they were asked to make Ebo. They complied. What will cut down the tree? It is the axe that will cut down the tree. 200 trees that are waging war against axe, it is the axe that will cut down the tree. What will disperse them? It is the broom that will disperse them. 200 houseflies that are waging war against broom. It is the broom that will disperse them. What will disperse them? It is the leopard that will disperse them. 200 animals that are waging war against leopard. It is the leopard that will disperse them. Follow it?
External attackers invading our lands. That is something a lot of us would find far-fetched. And it comes in different ways. It could come in the form of some propaganda. It could come in the form of political, economical, social values that is not part of us. Foreign agendas that is not for us. And we are seeing certain things in our society now that long ago was not accepted here. Certain things, certain ways of life, certain patterns, certain things that are shrewdly being indoctrinated in the minds of our people. I don't want to speak over the head of people, but we all began, we have sense and we know what we're speaking about. There are agendas in the world by people seeking to deploy their agendas on us here, to make it the norm. And if we don't want that for our young ones who are coming up, let us do our endeavor to protect our lands from these kind of things that is not part of us as a people. What keeps us sacred is preserving our heritage. If something is not part of you, that particular thing comes in to diminish what you have and what you are, and to break down the strength of your generation to come. So when we say foreign attackers, don't look at it in the form of fighter jets or what warships. These things could happen as well, but let us get in deeper in the form of social agendas being, shrewdly indoctrinated into our society to change the paradigm of our country, to change the paradigm of our young men and women. Abura Boyo, let's be careful.
I decided to shout out my killer Ifun Wumi. She's locked on.
A lot to me, yes.
Agendas, eh?
Agendas.
Foreign agendas. Ifa says, enemies will be seriously destroyed. We should include a poisonous snake head in the sacrifice items. 3 cocks or a he-goat after the Ebo. A kosher Ifa will be prepared with this snake head to make soap for individuals or be buried at the entrances of communities on this. Ifa says, cast for Orunmila when he was amidst the enemies. Ifa has turned to a snake and it is biting the enemies. Ifa has turned to a snake and it is biting enemies. Ifa says, people will be congratulated after victories over challenges. People who have premonition that misfortune will befall them should make Ebo and appease Shango. Ifa says, all the issues that form life challenges and make them panic will be resolved by Shango.
And again, the words of Ifa don't fall too far. So let's just do our endeavor, support the Ebo, do the Ebo, and keep consulting Ifa to ensure that we are well placed. Asheo.
Jillian says here, Kawo Kabi Esio. Prince Bamidele says, Ifa said, Lagba, Oko 2000, Ho 2000 cutlass, conspire to bring down the hill. The hill will see the end. We will overcome all challenges.
Ashe, we will overcome.
Yes. So, cast Ifa for Onisan while contemplating on 4 problems. Shango released thunder sounding. It threw away a big bending, a rubber tree behind Onisan's house. The pregnant woman in the household exclaimed, "Ah!" and delivered. The sick person in the house exclaimed, "Ah!" and he got healed. The lost member of the family exclaimed, "Ah!" and found his way back home. All believers, let us say congratulations to Onisan. All believers, help us praise Shango on behalf of Onisan. Prince Bamidele says here, we can do Akoshe to help push Isheshe people forward.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is our sacred science, and these are the things that we need to pick up. We need to understand that our ancestors, they taught the world. They got their inspiration from the divine. And as we navigate ourselves in this world and society, there would be the spiritual inspiration that our ancestors had passed on to us that would help us. So the more we run from ourselves, is the more we become engulfed and overwhelmed by the problems that comes up day to day. Don't run. Let's stop run from ourselves. Yeah? There are the adepts. There are, there is a way forward for us, Alatumishe.
Yes.
There's a way forward. Asheo.
Ashe. Protection. Ifa says Ebo is needed for protection against death. This is necessary for leaders and parents for them not to lose followers, relatives of children respectively. The items to sacrifice include 3 cocks or a he-goat, a roasted tuber of yam, money, palm oil, and cornmeal. After the sacrifice, the roasted tuber of yam will be buried like a dead. On this, Ifa says, cast Ifa for Orunmilia. He was told to bury a tuber of yam so that he would not bury a human being. It is a yam that we will bury. We will not bury human being. It is a yam that we will bury. Arrow leaf should send back their evil forces. It is a yam that we will bury. We will not bury human being. It is yam that we will bury. It is a pada leaf that we will turn away evil forces. It is a yam that we will bury. We will not bury human being. It is a yam that we will bury. When a cock crow on the earth, it makes echo the voice. It is a yam that we will bury. We will not bury human being. It is a yam that we will bury. Follow it?
When our ancestors spoke, they speak with, they speak with the conviction because they knew that they have the backing of the divine. And as we see in our society at present, I was talking to a mortician last week, and he said, boy, it's only elderly people you will find nowadays dying from natural causes. He said 90% of the bodies he deals with is gunshot wounds. Gunshot. You understand? A mortician telling me this last week. He said you would hardly find
natural causes
killing people. Like, and that is saying too, a lot of people are going at a rate. The young fruit is falling before the ripe fruit. That is a serious thing. He was telling me that you're more finding people. Your bodies would now come in with gunshots more than natural causes. It's more elderly people now would come in from maybe a heart attack, maybe cancer, etc. You understand? But more gunshot. The bullet bringing people now to the mortuary. And we're burying dozens of people by maybe the week or day. I don't know, but it's a lot. And it's a reality that we are facing, that the younger fruit is falling from the tree and the mature fruit is staying on the tree.
And you wouldn't believe what is coming
yes,
next year.
That's what I wanted to go at it one time. Go at it one time. Go at it one time.
Folks, if I said men are at greater risk of death this year. However, with proper able and heeding to the pieces of advice from the wise. I will say this again. If I said men are at greater risk of death this year, however, with proper able and heeding to the pieces of advice from wives, men will be escaping dangers. On this, Ifa says, all the three are emissaries from the celestial realm. They went to Alara's house, they killed Alara. They went to Ajiro's house, they killed Ajiro. They went to Orangun Aga's house, they will kill Orangun Aga. They said it remains Oranmilia's house. But I mention to you, Ojo Oganjo, my wife, it has escaped my mind, my wife. But I mention to you, Odidi Modo, my wife, it has escaped my mind, my wife.
And Alatumishe, if I said in this particular verse that men are at risk of dying more this year, and this is a conversation that was since last year. It's back many times now. Young men are at risk in this country. And I would even say it here, young black men. The murders, it is our young men. It is our young men. So now we have young men in the cusp of their youth. They would go home, they would die without even impacting positively on society. Some of them would have one child, no child, and die. Some of them would leave behind a household.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. And that is making a serious imbalance in our society. Because when we have a constant decrease in the male population, what would happen to the female population? What would happen? No men in the homes, no fathers in the homes. What would happen? A boy child herd.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Right.
A boy child would hear when he gets older that his father was killed. He now would think that he has to avenge the death of his father. He now would pick up a gun. He now would be on a block. He now would join a gang. He now would seek to join one of those numbers, you know, and put himself out there. And then we have the same cycle being perpetuated again and again and again and again. If I saying too, listen to the wives. I'm not forgetting that part as well. Listen to your wives. Some of us would think that I'm all male, I'm all macho, I don't need to listen. But when a man have a good wife in his life, she now would bring that voice of reasoning to him. Many times, I have seen it, women would tend to give a brother a good advice. But because, you know, we may let that machoism get in the way, we don't listen. Sometimes it could be to take care of your health. It could be to take care of your finances. It could be the advice of not liming with a particular crowd of people. But you go against that and then, as we would say, sad end up your portion. So at the same time, in our society that is now facing high murders in the form of young men, we need to address the issue that comes with the deaths of young men and how it is affecting our society, our homes, the women in society, etc. Because it's a domino effect, it's a ripple effect. A death doesn't stop at one person. It affects the family, it affects the community. It would even affect, you know, the generation to come after. And that's how real and how in-depth it is. One thing, don't think that a murder would just happen and it would just stop at one person. It leaves a long-lasting effect. You understand, Alatumishe?
Yeah. I have a comment here. Husbands need to stop thinking their wives are trying to control them and heed the words coming from the support. Put aside the ego of men. Prince Bamidele says, listen to advice and remember taboos to overcome sudden death. A petty bee are important in the life of our. I want to say that again. Listen to the advice and remember taboos to overcome sudden death. A petty bee are important in the life of ours.
It is the truth. It is the truth, because that is your balance. That is the and again, not just any apetite. Get yourself a good wife, a good solid companion. Don't just go and pick up anything and say it's your wife. Get a good wife. Get somebody whom is in alignment with your destiny. and it shall be well with all of us. Ashe.
Ashe. Ifa said, people should make ebo for protection. The ebo is to avert untimely death. It is also to receive blessings. The items of ebo include a he-goat, 6 edible frogs and 6 plantains. On this, Ifa says, a flat granite that lies at the bottom of the body of water does not know that the heat of the sun is disturbing the outside one. Cast Ifa for Orikoko. He was told to make ebo for long life. Awo's head repel death. Awo will not die. Otura Oriko, Awo's head, does not allow misfortune. Awo's head repel death. Awo will not die. 6 edible frogs. Awo's head does not allow misfortune. Awo's chest has accepted fortune. 6 big plantains. Awo's chest has received blessings.
How can an Awo suffer untimely death? An Awo whom is in tune, whom is consulting Ifa, who is adhering to spiritual instructions. You are able to overcome. We are not saying you are invincible, but when you do what you need to do, you are able to live long.
Benny.
It's best being attentive. It's all about being receptive. It's all about being obedient to the divine instructions, our spiritual mandate, our spiritual blueprint that will help us to live long. You will know what you're supposed to do or what you're not supposed to do. Tragedy happens before it happens, before it physically happens. You would see it in your dreams. You would feel a vibe. I don't know, because Olodumare gave us senses to survive in this physical world. Feel, touch, smell, taste, hearing, sight. You will feel. And we have one too, we will dream.
But did we get the vibes
that
of Saturday?
Now, many of us who is in
tune, yes,
I could say for myself, not to song a kind of way, but for some weeks now I've been saying that we will get a tremor based on how, and as you say, once you're in tune with nature, you're in tune, you will go out, you will feel. Hence why it is good to always take a walk somewhere bare feet. You will feel the vibration of the earth. You will feel certain things. I, for one, still practice sleeping on the ground. Some nights I would spread a mat on the ground and sleep on the ground. And you will feel certain things. And within yourself, you will feel that. You will feel certain things. I mean, it is inexplainable at times, but for those who know, you know, and you know too, those in the listenership, you all know too. You will feel certain things before it happens. You understand?
What I felt just before that happened, because I was watching Jamaica play Mexico. What I felt, because I said this about 6 weeks ago, and I posted on Facebook, I felt an earthquake, but I was in work, and I saw the ceiling coming down. And someone who listens to the IWER Way of Life told me that one happened in St. Martin.
Wow.
And Saturday, you know, the music from the Savannah, the Shensia concert, what I was hearing, and I was very tired, Louis. I was actually hearing dogs barking, barking, and then I heard birds coming out of the mango tree.
Wow.
And then I said, what is that, boy? What is that?
Yeah.
And then as I do so,
Yeah.
I say, Apaya.
Apaya.
I say, Olodomare, you have your way.
Yeah.
I said that to myself. Olodomare, you have your way.
Because again, you will see the signs. The birds will move, the dogs will start to bark. Because they would sense certain things too. That's why we need them around us. You pick up the signs, you read the signs, you know. But many of us to become so numb to feeling
the attitude of society.
Yeah.
Clouds
you
our...
become so numb.
Yeah.
As we say, tragedy happens before it happens.
Because Oloe, look at it. And I said, I put this up on my status early in the morning. I say, politicians, priests, priestess, gangsters, however, the policy makers, when that earthquake strike, the only thing you could have gone, the only thing you could have said, oh God,
yeah,
oh God.
Alatunishe, and you know you saying that, and as I said, you know at Holia went somewhere, sat, today, and it goes back. We could accomplish every single thing in this world, you know. You could accomplish getting riches, every single thing. But in the end is what? If you don't live a life that is pleasing to the divine, at the end of the day is what? All you're going back to is, oh God, Olodum. All you're going back to is that thought in your mind that, hey, there is a greater power than whom I am right now.
Benny,
we are minute in this thing.
That is what I was saying.
Sometimes all of us feel we're so big and we're so mighty and we're not humble.
All the riches and all the money that you have, all the guns and all the killing and all you being a bad man and all the politicians. What you could have done?
What you could have done?
What you could have done there?
You was at the mercy of the Creator, and that tells us we have to humble ourselves and come down. You see this kind of vibes, we have to come down and to me. A lot of us walking around in society with our air that up there. Just be humble. I'm not saying to accept disrespect and to accept, but remember, you are just a small dot in the grand scheme.
Oloe, we could have waked up because it have people who I know didn't feel it.
Yeah.
You could have waked up and get to realize, yo, I dead. You could have realized my house fall down.
Yeah.
You could have realized a tsunami coming.
Yeah.
And as Gillian is saying here, caught up in the events of everyday life and lost the connection and alignment with the divine.
Yeah. We caught up. As I say, you're so caught up. You're so feeling like
everything is everything.
No, you get
I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
You get so big.
Yeah.
Olodumare places us on elevates us to see how we deal with people, you know. That's what our elevation is, you know. When you get put up, all of us, it's not even exclusive to our way of life system, for all ways of life. Because this is a platform that reaches everybody. It is to the Hindu man, the Chinese man, the Ethiopian man, the Orisha man, everybody. We have to remember that the power of the divine is greater than all of us. As you say, at that moment, what could we have done?
Can't do nothing. Your money can't help you.
Your money can't
Your
help you.
cars can't help you.
No.
Your guns can't help you.
Nothing.
You're saying down in the parliament, it can't help you.
Nothing. Nothing.
You're in charge of big companies, what it could have done for
At
you.
that point in time, nothing.
You're living on a hill, Andy.
The hill whining.
What's that? Olo, you saw that building shake up.
Moving.
I say, Olo, man, you are your way.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, my God will save me and take care of me. Yeah. Yes, Prince Bamidele says here, if we use Eri Iworo, this year Ifa said all things that had been bitter in our life will bring sweetness, the later taste of bitter leaf in our life. And that was what was said. You know, so we continue. Ifa says people should not envy one another. We should be happy with the achievements of each and everybody. We should not, because of people's accomplishments, plan evil for them. Ifa said, people who are looking for the demise of their colleagues or friends should refrain. Also, friends, relatives, politicians, or businessmen who plan to assassinate their colleagues either because of poverty, of property, money, or position should reconsider their plan because it will backfire. I want to say this again. Ifa says people should not envy one another. We should be happy with the achievements of each and everybody. We should not, because of people's accomplishments, plan evil for them. Ifa said, people who are looking for the demise of their colleagues or friends should refrain. Also, friends, relatives, politicians, or businessmen who plan to assassinate their colleagues either because of property, money, or position should reconsider their plan because it will backfire on this, Ifa says. It is Ori that creates one. Nobody creates Ori. It is Orisha that changes one's life. Nobody changes the life of Orisha. Ifa's revelation to Adegbonuku, a native of Odi, Iran, whose relatives were envious of, he said, if it were its own case, Itariri does not go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Itariri doesn't go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is a case of Otariri. They do not eat okro at Oron Ikan. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Itariri does not go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is a case of Itariri. They do not eat garden egg at Oron Idi. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Itariri doesn't go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is the case of Itariri. They do not eat pepper at Oron Monijiro. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Itariri does not go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Cock must not crow at Oron Apadi. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Itariri does not go to the land of the dead without return. Going and return is the case of Itariri. Oloe?
And again, this is something that we did touch on earlier. You're seeking to derail a person's path when you should be seeking to charter your own path, which is minding your own business. Do not practice envy it only keeps you back. It only keeps your progress at bay. It diminishes your spirit to all growth. It diminishes your physical growth. Just find the strength within yourself to overcome such devious emotions. And that's all I know. So to find a strength within yourself to curtail such devious emotions. And when you are focused on your destiny too, you will be happy for others. You know that, Alatumishe?
Yeah.
You'll be happy. And again too, do not practice these things because it diminishes whom you are as a person.
I see.
You laugh?
Marital issue number 4. IFA is warning women who are richer than their husband. They should not let the wealth make them arrogant to the husband so that they will not experience setback. They should be careful not to be too stingy, especially to the husband. It is necessary for them to support their husbands financially. Also, the husband should always be consulted before embarking on any capital project or business. On this, IFA says, $100 cowries is a good amount of money, as bees are good in the forest. It is austerity that makes one keep 300 cowries. Of what value is 400 cowries, which is higher than it? A goat gets bald knees instead of head. IFA's revelation to Osenleo, wife of Owen Miller, who was going to buy an image as a servant. She lamented, I went to the market with money, but unfortunate to buy a wooden image. I went to the market with money, but unfortunate to buy an image. The wooden image cannot talk. I am doomed.
I would have liked for us to open the lines for one of our women in the community to talk on that particular essay. But if not, if it can't happen, I mean, I know everyone is hearing me on the live right now. So if you could read out the line there so we could hear, if we could hear.
Yes, so my lines are open now.
We could hear.
Contact number 3420081. That's 3420081. 4665 4665.
You want to hear from the woman. We want to hear from the woman.
And 7711791.
If you could reread it, I want to hear from the woman here. In fact, we would like to hear from the woman here, Alatumishe.
Marital issue. IFA is warning women who are richer than their husband. They should not let their wealth make them arrogant to their husband so that they will not experience setback. They should be careful not to be too stingy, especially to the husband. It is necessary for them to support their husbands financially. Also, the husband should always be consulted before embarking on any capital project or business. On this, IFA says.
The line any.
Nah, the phone. Ooh.
That is the prescription from IFA, and it is something that we should look at in order to make things go a particular way for us positively. You know, it's something that IFA prescribe because we are seeing now more than ever, and we now highlight it. How much men dying?
Wow. Yes, so
How much men dying in their prime? in the prime of their lives, what is happening with some of our young men, and it would affect the institution of marriage, then what do we do?
What do we do, eh?
Do we bury our heads in the sand and not deal with the issue? What do we do? We deal with it. So we got the advice from IFA. Let us, make best use of it. Ashe?
Ashe.
Let us make best use of it. That's what I would say.
IFA said men who are capable should not run away from polygamy. Wow. We should really find females to...
Yeah, well, I mean, the line's open.
Also, women who find it difficult to have come across single men for marriage should consider being in polygamous home provided the husband is capable. Men should try to understand their wives and always try to protect them, because that is their primary responsibility on this, IFA says. Kasifa for own Milia, the ancient historian, when he was going to marry Adi Oro Omo Olokun, when he was going to marry Ajigbara Ilike Omo Olokun, when he was going to marry Ojenwon Omo Olokun, Adi Oro must not see cloudy sky. Ileke must not hear the sound of rain. Oma Iyo Olokun must not be touched by rain. Ariro, stop the rain for me. You should stop the rain for me. Ariro, stop the rain for me.
I started to write something about 2 nights ago. In the wake of the morning, about 2:30, 3, 4. Those are the hours, vibes and inspiration comes in a big way. And I started to write about this particular topic here. Because Alatumishe, it is a reality that many of us running from. It is a reality. And it came up in this reading here. I don't know if you could scroll back. It came back up in this reading here. And it's something that I am always concerned about. Because as a man who have plenty female relatives, plenty female associates, it is a reality we should not be running from. Because again, Alatumishe, it's either from the effects of our young men dying, many of them imprisoned, many of them now turning to an alternative lifestyle. What do our women do? It's either they sacrifice their innate childbearing destiny and just sit down. It's either some of them, go behind the scenes after somebody else's husband. Or it's either some of them engage in an alternative lifestyle that does not promote childbearing. So then what do our women do? Because the effects are right in front of us. Last year, we had 500 and change murders. How much of that was young men? The year before, 500, same way. How much of that was young men? 400, 400, 400. I don't think our murder toll was ever 300 in a long time. It has been between 4 and 500 over the past decade. And how much of that is young men within their primes that was somebody husband or somebody boyfriend or some father figure in our household? What do our women now do? Ifa is saying, it's not my words, but Ifa is saying, practice polygamy. You understand? Ifa is saying, practice polygamy. But at the same time, we have to understand that, yes, practicing polygamy is one thing, but the man himself must be of a certain acumen, of a certain caliber, of a certain mindset, of a certain spiritual grounding as well. Sometimes many of us would argue financially capable and all of that. You understand? A lot of arguments would come in. A lot of people would bring all kinds of arguments to the table and say, he could barely take care of one, how it is he could take care of two. But what a family is.
Family is a family.
If we are building a family, then tells us we have to come together to make things go forward. So where there is lack, all parties must come together and identify and say, here what? There's a lack here. I am willing to work. Let us work out something and move forward. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's not my words, it's not Ala Tumishe words, it's what Ifa says. Ifa is telling us as a people that due to demand shortage and plenty of women who are not married, Ifa is advising practice polygamy. It's either we accepting the tradition halfway and taking parts of the tradition and using parts of the way of life conveniently, or we seeking, to imbibe the wisdom and the knowledge of what Ifa has for us into our lives, to make our lives better. You understand? Because look at it now. At a point in time when things could have been balanced in the homes, with a male figure in the homes, right now there are a lot of single mother homes. Now some of them honestly doing their best, but it at least need a figure, a presence of a male around. Hence why, that is how it is in nature. That's how it is. You understand? And Ifa is saying to us, practice polygamy. But I would have really liked, for a ear or a sister, to hook Pauline and we could have...
Maria is locked on and listening.
Because it's something that I have heard brought up in the community. I've heard it. And you hear many descending voices. We're burning it out. It's not here, not for us here, but where we going? Allah, where we really going? I'm sure I just tell people nowadays, women have it very, very tough. Because the pool to now choose from. I remember back in the days they would go a little party, a little bazaar, and you see a balance amount of male and females around. Now you will go parties and it's 75% women. The men die. Who have a total gone in the mortuary, or who 6 feet under, or who in the jails, or who choose an alternative
or men
lifestyle.
Actually frightened to come out.
Or men frightened to come out. That is our next thing, because you understand? What would our women do? If it is a lady...
Now our lady, Gillian, is saying, please not be sneaky with it. Be open and let the first wife know.
Yes.
What's happening, how she feels it, and grow from there. Sneaky behavior loses trust in the relationship. And I believe that this Westminster society that we live in, that is what causes this problem.
Because our foreparents in the motherland, they practiced it. They practiced it. I mean, the world is not new, you know. This is not a new concept.
But look, the Muslims, they practice that.
This is not a new concept in the world. But again, I mean, if anybody wants to be truthful, we could see it right now. When a woman now is saying, all right, I go wait. Now, to wait is your choice, eh? But we have to understand time is everything. You wait until your childbearing years done. Now, it's not knocking anybody, but that is a reality. You're waiting on Mr. Right or Mr. Ripe. That is a reality right now because man shortage is real. I'm telling you, and we all know this. And are we going to pretend as if it's not a problem? Are we going to pretend as if it's not a problem? And it's not a problem for our women, Alat Umishe.
It is a problem for them.
So
I don't want to speak for the woman, but as a man looking at it,
and as a father too.
Yeah.
And you're speaking from the standpoint of being a father too.
Correct.
Likewise, myself speaking from the example of being a father too. That is the point, because I sure you would envision walking your picnic and date on the island collecting your Tory.
Yeah.
I know you want to collect your
I believe in that.
You believe in collecting your Tory?
Yeah.
You can't just come back with your 2 hands.
No, because as I said, Dory, the Muslims and all these things practice it, but I believe, Shaka, this has to do with a lot in the society, this Westminster, this styling, that I believe that is that. You understand? Because Bunji Garlin sang it. He sang it. It's 40.
Yeah, right.
40 to 1.
Yeah.
And that was 10 years ago.
That was many moons ago.
So how much it reached now?
Yeah.
Because, and let me tell you something, and I don't want to knock it I want to play this disclaimer. I want to play this, and I want to play this disclaimer.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
When we say we need to...
Already because I stop it for the disclaimer. What I said, this is why females tend to go
on the other side.
On the other side. Because of what is happening, and they're not seeing a good man or a better man or a rightfully and truthful individual. You know, it's short.
The man shortage is real, but how we fix it? Now, IFA is about identifying a problem and offering a solution.
Very.
And within this solution, we have to fix certain things. We have to fix things on a social level. We have to fix things on a spiritual level. We have to even fix our mindsets as well too. You understand? Because as much as we could say you can't accept something spiritually if socially too. You you don't align it with your lifestyle. You understand? You know what I said?
Yeah.
You can't accept something spiritually and socially you don't align it with your lifestyle. It's about total alignment. And even with society right now, the way it is going, as a father, as a brother, as a young man in this society looking out, I am saying that a revolution, a different way is needed for us to balance things in the way it needs to be balanced. Because if I is speaking about plenty unmarried women who is bereft of a husband, and again, what do they do? What do they do?
I had a laugh. So we go on 5 Uruifa 2024-2025. You know, Uru was cast on the 2nd of June. We go on childbearing. Ifa said, many barons will become parents. There is need to make Ebo and appease Obatala Orisha. This will enhance the fertility of the men and make procreation more possible. On this, Ifa says, we do not add palm oil to pumpkin and the pumpkin is red. We do not add salt to banana and banana is sweet. Ifa's revelation from Onig Bonobon when going to Orisha for fertility. Onibegbon is responsible for procreation of every child. If not Onibegbon, no child can be produced. Onibegbon is responsible for procreation of every child. Now, Tiffany Bradshaw, she answered, good night, my Ifa family. I plead the 5th on this topic. You all carry on smartly. I'm here to learn. Well said, Tiffany.
Thank you, sister.
Yes, so concerning childbearing, Oloe.
And even I find now too in society now, again, based on the whatever, people who are seeking fruit of the womb, who want that fruit of the womb, again, take heed. Appease Orishanla.
Hey, Pa Orisha.
Appease Obatala.
Orisha, hey, Pa.
And do your endeavor to do it so that you could get that fruit of the womb you so desire. Because if that's what Ifa says, it shall be so. Ashe.
Authority of rulers. This one is interesting. Ifa said the Oba rulers and Araba Olowo should not be going out of the palace or abode when they are supposed to stay in the palace or abode. Staying at home is necessary for them so that their community will not lose some opportunities. Also, they should not use soap whose components include bitter leaf or okra. In this, Ifa says, do not go to the farm, do not go to the river. Ifa's declaration to Elisi Owoloji, far away, let misfortune go away.
And that is straight forward. You know, if you are in charge of a particular sector, society, community, temple, whatever, I mean, if you don't have to go somewhere, don't go. That is it. Not every pan beat, you have to be there. Stay home and take care of your people. Because sometimes we're too busy looking after the day affairs of everything else and not the affairs of under us. You understand?
If Abomero is locked on, what's up? Baba.
Kaleo.
Health. Important. IFA says we should make able to prevent sickness and death. Also, we should always use things that can boost the immunity system. The sick needs to make able and use a kosher IFA whose items include ear, pepper guineas. On this IFA says, Shaka, we used to be eating this, you know. Yeah. And you stop bringing no Shaka.
No, don't worry.
Shaka, we used to eat this, you know.
I'll bring some more.
And the day when we stop eat this, I end up getting COVID, you know. Shaka. Emilia said, we hear the news. Ifa said an emissary has arrived. They asked, what is the mission? They said he has come with a message of death. Emilia said that the emissary is not for him. He said they should give him pepper. He said he should be sent away. Emilia said, we hear the news. Ifa said an emissary has arrived. They asked, what is the mission? They said, he has come with message of sickness. Emilia said that emissary is not for him. He said they should give him guinea pepper. He said he should be sent away. Emilia said, we hear the news. Ifa said an emissary has arrived. They asked, what is the mission? They said, he has come with message of sound health. Emilia said, this emissary is for him. He said, they should give him guinea pepper. He said, he should be asked to stay. They asked Emilia why the step. He said, healthy condition of pepper does not last long. Healthy condition of Iru guinea pepper does not last long as well. Guinea pepper leaves and root possess substance of health benefits. Hope you are now strongly healthy. Surely we are healthy.
And again, it is straightforward and to the point. These are the things and the substances we should be eating on a regular basis. You understand? To ensure our longevity. Because the components of it, it is so magnanimous. Yeah, eating guinea pepper. I know many of us have been taught that that is something to stay away from. It does bring what? Confusion and all them kind of thing. But eating guinea pepper is good for one's well-being. It is very good. Ashe?
Ashe. Education, hard work. IFA advises children to face their studies. The students should be serious when learning. Apprentices should face what they are learning and acquire the expected skills. We should not be too impatient to make money. Acquisition of skills should be considered first, for this will lead to success in one's chosen profession. IFA says people will benefit greatly from foreigners, especially foreigners across the ocean. People should acquire useful skills and knowledge to render the needed services to the foreigners so that the services will not turn out to be a scam. IFA said with honestly and hard working, people will become wealthy through the connections with foreigners or foreign lands. On this, Ifa says, it is with suffering that a child learns Ifa. When he grows up, he enjoys wealth. He enjoys Ifa life with great honor. Ifa's revelation to Atura, who would have connections with foreigners. I have connections with foreigners, and I have become comfortable. It was Atura who has connections with foreigners. I have connections with foreigners. I have received fortunes. Taboos and cultivated habits of the year. Do not use akose Ifa soap prepared with iruru, bitter leaf. Do not use akoshe Ifa soap prepared with okra. Always keep lights in your shrines and groves. Eating a lot of fruits, especially agbonu, work more with your Ori, Orisha of the year. Ori, Orunmila, Egbeorun, Shango, Obatala, Eshu. Verses recorded, transcribed, and translated by Chief Dr. Fayemi Fatunde Fakayode, President International Council for Ifa Religion ICIR. Chief Dr. Abidion Fafaloren Agbola, Chief Fakayode, Chief Adelewe Osa Osho, Otambu Kohende Aduwo Fagborun, Prince Adiyinko, Chairman Publication Committee, Ms. Fabokula Abeke Fakayode, Ajaro Wendare, Olowo Fabuje Fayome Fakayode, Spanish translator, Awoyomi Fakayode, Portuguese translator, Olowo Fato Abiyose, French translator, Aboro Aboye Aboshishe.
Obato, everyone, thank you.
Folks, that was the Ifa of the year 2024-2025 from Okeitase, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. Otura Ogbe, also known as Otura Oriko, Otura Oriyana, Otura Oriri, Otura Okundayo, Otura Ilije, you know, in the name of Olodomari. You know, so Oloye Shaka, we wrapped it up, you know, so we had to remember prosperity. If I said our life will be sweet, and we need to do the prescribed ebos, also.
You know, we jamming in terms of, if I said, let us not lose hope, let us not feel, you know, as if things can get better. If I said this is a year of prosperity, let us continue to work hard. Let us seize opportunities when they come. Let us work more with our Ori so that our Ori would support us.
Benny.
If I say that our growth and development is largely dependent on our Ori. And as we know that our Ori is our spiritual compass that drives us forward. And if our Ori is not well taken care of, that could work against us. So we want our Ori to work well for us. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ifa says that. And in addition to, Ifa wants us, you know, to keep lights in our shrines.
Benny.
Let us not forget that. Keeping our spiritual places well lit. That means that we need to pay attention to our shrines. You know, don't let cobweb be in your shrine. Make sure you're taking care of your shrine. Make sure you're keeping it clean. You're feeding, you know, the energy regularly as well. You know? And things will be well with us.
Benny.
Shall be well with us.
So we're just going to pay some bills from the sponsors. So I'm going to talk about the sponsors here. Kamara's Culture store located at Adams Bazaar, Main Road, Shagarama store number 26 and 27. Contact numbers 868-672-8438, 868-320-8866 for all your authentic African products. The Nubian Experience, high quality African and African inspired clothing for today's kings and queens. We ship internationally. Contact number 688-1979. The Nubian Experience at gmail.com. Instagram.com. The Nubian Experience. And Cartier Queens, we are thrilled to announce the Aqua Baja, your go-to destination for stunning waist beads handmade in Ghana, West Africa, is taking orders. WhatsApp number 19177024572. F1 Chemist Spiritual Creations, palm oil, black soap, Orogbo Obi, shea butter, animals, Orisha pots, Ekins, Alekes, waist beads. Contact number 363-1601. Or Facebook F1 Chemi _ Spiritual Creations _ Instagram same as the above. TikTok F1 Chemi .creations. Mother Mercedes and a group of Bella Bella, Carol, Lady Maximian, Leon, Choco Tifa and all other members. Executive Exotic Vet Services, Dr. Nigel Loa, DVM Veterinary Surgeon, 103 West Drive, Chamflair. Available for house calls 372-191-210. Email nigelloa@hotmail.com. Also, House of Sankuchi from Tuesday to Friday from 7:30 to 3 p.m. delivering through and out of Port of Spain and environs. Food court, Central Market. They sell soups, chicken foot, smoked bone, veggie, corn, cow heel, oxtail. Contact numbers 472-8949. Also, Shrine of the Seven Wonders of Africa, Grenada's IFA's Festival. Location, Clarenceville Villa, Current, St. David. Events, live band music, cultural activities, free food. Email ifasfestivalgrenada@gmail.com. Contact numbers 14734563839. Or person you can contact at F1 Chemi, Dana Wellington at 369-9101 for more information. Also, Wassa Foley Performing Arts presents Ben Cody, July the 13th, City Hall, Port of Spain, bringing people together. Ticket $200. You know, I think myself and King Shaka will be heading to that.
Of course.
Also, people, you can donate and support the Ifa Orisha Way of Life. You know, Chini Bashment Limited, FCB account number 1999010. The program is not free, but you all can, you know, donate, sponsor, jib by jib, go fully bucket, you know, support our own. So, Oloe, before we play some of the sponsored videos, what else you could give the listenership, viewership?
I just want to say, you know, and this is something, you know, just a reminder. Let us not forget where we came from. When we say forget where we came from, it is simply, let us not forget the life we came from that made us into positive people, you know. Let us remember our values, our healthy values that kept us and that made us into responsible citizens. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let us not shortchange our younger ones by giving them a false sense of direction or by giving them a false sense of parenthood. Let us give them the values that our parents had imparted on us that was positive. Don't wake up after 6 and let the sun rise on your head and all of these things. It may sound small, but this goes a long way. Let us train our children to be useful in our homes, because when they get to an age, they would have to be useful to themselves and society at large. Yeah? And it starts in the home. Everything starts in the home, and let us always remember that. Ashe?
Ashe, so.
And as we move forward, let us strive to be better than the way we was yesterday. And it's something too that I always even say to myself, be a better version of whom I was yesterday. You understand? No one could dim your light but yourself. Don't let your own self be your own demise. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. The king, Uri, cannot kill him unless he kills himself. Yeah? Ashe.
So, folks, any one of you all want to get the Udo IFA for 2024, 2025, you can just send your email address and I'll be sending it to you shortly. So, Tiffany and Gillian, check your emails as of now. So, I'm going to play.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Have you heard about Dr. Jillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health food stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Dr. Jillian Sampson and her team, over many years at their doctor's office, herbal store, and vegan takeaway restaurant, were able to restore persons with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other health conditions. Dr. Jillian believes that all diseases are 100% reversible if your body's in the right conditions and if God's name is glorified in your life. Visit their St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and Healthy Lifestyle Through Laws of Health food stores, located at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Call them at 362-3427 or 769-8070 for more info.
लेकिन अफगानिस्तान इस We were made to serve God, called by many names, through time, space, and language. We were made to give praise to that source of life. We must pay our homage, respecting the earth, the wind and trees, all them rivers and seas, all lives, not just humankind. That's devotion to the divine. But because of different belief systems, each one will say what works for them. So rejoice, give praise, and say amen. Amen. When I give praise, I say Ibashe. As I wake each day a brand new dawn, in spite of the odds I'm moving on. Ibashe, Ibashe. I can't give up. Persistence is the key. One day I'll have the victory. Ibashe, Ibashe, Ibashe. So thankful, Ibashe. Ever grateful, Ibashe, Ibashe. Challenges we would face as we seek to climb that ladder of success. Enemies we bound to make with each step of growth. Jealousy walks with progress. But remember who God bless. No man curse, but my people shall face the worst. Go both with faith, goes inside. The darkest shadow has a bright light. Blessings come to the grateful one. Never ever forget where you came from. So rejoice, give praise, say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. When I give praise, I say Ibashe. Hurts and pains of the past, thankful for all. Because of them I'm standing tall. Ibashe, Ibashe. So many times I failed, fell to the ground, but my ancestors kept me strong. Ibashe, Ibashe, Ibashe. Tenacity, Ibashe. Positivity, Ibashe, Ibashe. If only we can live in peace, love and harmony in this world with each other. For we know that today we'll be called over yonder. Let's extend a helping hand to those who need a little push for them to succeed. Kind words can go a longer way. Your blessings you would receive one day. Life is so unpredictable. No one's immune from its pain and struggle. Go ahead, rejoice, say Alhamdulillah. When I give praise, I say Ibashe. Through all the changing scenes of life, in trouble, joy, and in strife, there's more to life than material wealth. True treasure is finding self. Affection, compassion, to show respect, praise, and honor. Handed down through ages, a gift to the world by Yoruba ancestors. In good or bad times, ups and downs, say to keep your spirit strong. Don't fight over religion, God is diverse, yet still only one. East and west, north and south, let our voices be heard. Roundabout. So rejoice, give praise, say as you wish. We can all give praise and say Ibashe. As we wake each day a brand new dawn, in spite of the odds we're moving on. Ibashe, Ibashe. We can't give up, persistence is the key. One day we'll have the victory. Ibashe. Patience, tolerance, let's give praise, let's give praise. Ooh, let's give praise, Ibashe.
A happy life.
Greetings in the name of Olodumare, the one living God. Our nation needs purge. So we had to call on the ancestors. Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango la poesía. Yeah, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, Baba la poesía. Shango la poesía. Oh, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango. Shango la poesía. Yeah, yeah, Mala Jerry, oh, la poesía. Shango la poesía. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I have heard that my ancestors were from Nigeria, and that is why I'm carrying the name Osuna. Deep inside of me, I just wasn't satisfied. So I did some soul searching and asked myself, who am I? Then I found out John African was my great-grandfather, and he was from an African tribe called Yoruba. The Dolly's from Fairboat Village, yes, that was my great-aunt. So in the name of Orisha, I greet you all with a chant. Yeah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa Olodo Kabilesio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa. discover my religious practice is Orisha. With the help of deceased Winston Grant and sister, through their spiritual efforts I have found the truth. Thanks to Olodumare, I'm standing firm on my roots. Now that I know me calabash, me oil and me hobby, these were just some of the things taken from me. So when you see me in peace, I'm not looking for obia. No sir, I come to chant and pay my respects to the Orisha. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Play the drum. Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Karele, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. I discover my passion is Oshun and Osa. I must have a super Shango and Jaja. Through manifestation I could reach the other side, to meet with my ancestors and visit the river Nile. With a voice like that great archangel, I could touch your soul, both spiritual and carnal. I could bring you transported to Africa. I am an Orisha priest, they call me the Amungwa. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Let me see the hands and follow. Hey, Mani Shango Dawona. Hey, Dawona. Oh yeah, Baba Dawona. Yeah, Dawona. Yeah, Mani Shango Dawona Baba. Hello, Dawona. Yeah, Mani Shango Dawona Baba. So in the streets, when people stop to congratulate me, commenting on how much yes, the judges them robbed me. What the judges said to me didn't mean nothing, because I knew long before last year I was born a king. So when I sing Kaiso, that's to feed my family. But when I sing Orisha, it's to pay homage to my deity. Alado ye Abakuso, that's my tribal cry. I'm so proud I could stand and explain to you who am I. I am Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, ding ding ding, Baba Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Sing the thing. Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Ay 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 ay, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Hey, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Ah, Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Shango Baba Wa, Shango Olodo Kabile, Shango Baba Wa, Olodo Kabile Sio. Ashe.
So you know I'm going to give you the tell me what do you think segment here on the Ifa Orisha way of life. Aboro aboye aboshishe. It's cola nut that chase away death. It's cola nut that chase away disease. It's kola nut that chase away loss. It's kola nut that chase away trouble. It's kola nut that chase away litigation. It's kola nut that chase away paralysis. It's kola nut that chase away all misfortune. In Ogbe Ogunda, Ifa says that old Milia offered Obi for all good things. They told him to buy kola nuts from the market and use it to sacrifice to his Ifa. Old Milia did as is instructed. About a time and without warning, wealth came to him, wives came to him, all good things came to him. Sacred Udu, Ogbe Ogunda, Dida Obi. Ifa says, Obi will remove death and all evil from the devotee's head, and Obi will bring money and all good things of life to the devotees. May your Ori be accepted on this Ose Ifa, and may it continue to avert all forms of Ibi and usher in all-encompassing Ire in this marketplace. Ashewa. So, all shrines, Iles, Palace, you know, Are Ifa Lashe Ugunleri, Pomeleri, from the Mother's House of Knowledge. Yeye Agbamola from Oshun Meji. You know, the head of the Kenny Cyrus Al-Kibelan, you know, Baba Mitchell, you know, Baba Obala, Ye Allah, Chief Oramfre, Chief Ogumbowale, you know, all leaders, elders, shrines of the Ifa Orisha Spiritual Baptist community, the Sheshe community, Baba Avery, you know, I say thank you to each and every one, all devotees of the Ifa Orisha way of life, you know, Oloe Shaka, Oba Baba Arela Fakayode, you know, we say, if I shoot. So, you know, before we leave, we're going to leave you guys to our favorite song.
Feel a rhythm, feel a spark. Oh.
change in humane behavior, and to learn all that we should give. This world is not our own, we're just the lights and custodians to guide and feed our children's needs. Yet we fill their hearts with hate alone and show no direction. We daily kill the plants, we throw away the seeds. There's a missing generation out there. Who cares?
Find them. We better find them.
They are dying, disappearing everywhere. Who cares?
Find them. We better find them.
Locked on to the street. Locked on to the street.
You already know what it is.
There's a missing generation, and soon as we don't find them, they're surely going to find us one day. There's a missing generation, and soon as we don't find them, there'll be no generation to care. In this world of overriding ambition, in this world where money must rule, hearts of rock washed in blood and corruption, fire that only kindness can cool. Those cries that fill the night shout out for love and salvation. Are we to hear yet turn and walk away? Or should we stand with hands outstretched to show protection and boldly still the fears that make them stray?
Necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Arriba, Rory, Belaru, Nama Osun, Iyama, Yalo, Shagbanawa, Dadao. Arriba, Rory, Belaru, Nama Osun, Iyama, Yalo, Shagbanawa.
Have you heard about Dr. Gillian Sampson? She's a qualified medical missionary and naturopathic doctor, providing foods with no frying, foods with no flour, nutritious herbal teas, natural juices, smoothies, and even individualized evidence-informed therapies that will balance and restore you to optimal health. Wait no longer. Call St. John's Holistic Lifestyle Center and the Healthy Lifestyle through Laws of Health Food Stores at 769-8070 and 362-3427, or visit them at corner Eastern Main Road and Allen Lane, Sandy Grande. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, and with God's help, diseases are reversible.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the final hour